Hey there, Coastal Bend Meteorologist Carly Smith here. This is going to be a quicker live Facebook update, so you can share it with your friends and they don't have to watch it live. You can rewatch it as much as you want, and we're just going to dive right into it. So yes, we've got a windy weekend ahead. That's really the big focus in the weather. So when I want to talk about the 3 things you should know in this forecast, here's what it is. A cold front is arriving Saturday morning. Gusty weekend will follow that cold front. Not so much a drop in temperatures, but the strong wind is going to be one of the more important things to be prepared for, especially if you have plans to be out on the water. It's not going to be a great weekend for that by any means, unfortunately. This last weekend, hopefully you were able to enjoy it. So here's the wind speed forecast for you. We are going to see these winds shifting out of the southeast Thursday and Friday. We get breezier, our typical southeast wind from here in the Coastal Bend. So typical conditions Thursday and Friday. What that's going to do is increase our humidity just a tad as we head into Saturday for that front to arrive. This is a front with Pacific origins, so it's not going to be super cold. It's not arriving from the Arctic, but what it is going to do is create some strong wind gusts, and that has to do with how quickly a high pressure ridge builds on the backside of this front. So we're going to get kind of an omega blocking pattern trying to go on heading into the weekend, which keeps us in this peak of gusty wind, right? Winds out of the northwest, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The strongest wind day does look to be Sunday. So with that being said, hopefully you can enjoy the light wind, the great hair days that we have ahead. In our day planner, you'll see those winds staying light. They are beginning to shift more easterly, but still overall very light and variable. So our winds are light because high pressure is kind of hovering in the region. There's a chance we see a few showers try to develop into Thursday morning as that high continues to slide off to the east. But essentially what's going to happen is the cold front swings through, that high pushes further east. So we get some breezy southeast winds in between that low and the high, but not as strong as how things develop on the backside. So yes, we've got a chance of rain. A few thunderstorms will be possible, but the bigger headline is going to be how strong those winds are. So on Saturday, by the afternoon, we're starting to see the rain taper and coming to an end on the backside of that system. Houston still getting in on some of the showers and thunderstorms. The windy conditions develop, and here's why. What we have going on is going to be these lines right here. These are lines of constant pressure. They're also known as isobars. If you watched First Edition, I talked about this a lot on there as well. So you might be sick of hearing me say this because it's still going to be the weather story the rest of the week. But hopefully you're prepared for the strong winds and so forth. Now, it's not going to be the worst winds we've ever seen by any means, but when we see this high developing, it's actually going to develop a little further south. I need to redraw it. When we take a look in the upper levels of the atmosphere, the ridge is actually going to be kind of right over northern Mexico, but it still extends up into Colorado where I have the high drawn. But essentially between these two areas, the high and the low pressure, these isobars, the pressure is going to change really fast. It's going to increase really fast on the backside of that front. And essentially, the faster our pressure changes, the stronger the winds are. So they're related in that way. So we're going to see some pretty strong winds. The tighter these isobars are together, the closer they are together, the stronger our winds are going to be. So that's going to continue through Monday. By Tuesday, we start to see the high kind of settling in. We may see slightly calmer winds, but we're going to see another pickup maybe into next week as well. So anyway, let's get to the pause point so it catches up to where I have things drawn. This is what I meant. The high pressure ridge is a little bit further south in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It's really in between those upper level patterns, the low to our north there, or to our east there, and the high over kind of Baja Peninsula, right? In between those two areas, this is the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. We are going to see strong winds. Now, a lot of times we have storm energy showing up in the red. This is more so not storms. This is going to be the indication of how strong those winds are going to be racing down the plains as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week. So those gusts are going to be really strong. That's really the headline for the upcoming week. And all you need to get out of this Facebook post is there could be some power outages, high-profile vehicles may have trouble driving, but overall, again, not the worst winds we've seen, but it's going to be causing some strong wind gusts, some sand blasting, things like that. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, windy. Chance for rain Friday night into Saturday. Still nice conditions until we get there, folks. So enjoy the rest of your week. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Maggie. Yeah, it is getting that time of year. I remember Sandfest is some of the strongest, most obnoxious wind 2 years ago that I have a memory of. And so we're heading into the spring here shortly, which is when our winds really start ramping up. So yeah, February, March, and April even. So yes, that's all I have for you folks. You guys, y'all have a wonderful week ahead and get ready for the windy weekend. That's it for this update.